Welcome back to my channel, Statistics for Applied Linguistics. I'm Dr. Marnie Manegra, and in this video, we are going to look at how to report a correlation in the results section. So I have a previous video that explains what correlations are and then also how to do Pearson's correlation in JASP. We are going to look at how to do the write-up for the results section. So again, let's look at the empirical cycle of research. We have observation, induction, deduction, testing, and evaluation. Observation, this is our background section. So this is where we create the idea and the research hypothesis based on information or patterns. Induction is the creation of the hypothesis that appears at the end of the background information section. Deduction, we transform the hypothesis into a prediction and we look at how we're going to test this. This would be our method. And testing, the hypothesis is tested. If confirmed, it's provisionally supported. If it's not confirmed, it's rejected and then adjusted. Now, the evaluation is where we interpret the results. We are not going to interpret the results in the results section. We are just going to report the information. So with the results section, organize your results, use subheadings to group the results into sections to make it easier for the reader to follow. State the findings without a bias or interpretation. The interpretation belongs in the discussion section. Use tables and figures to explain the results. And each of the inferential statistics tests has a specific way they need to be written up. So we are going to look at how to do the write-up for the correlation in this video. And you can use contingency tables only if the information is not a replica of what is in the text. And raw data and contingency tables should go into the appendices. And also keep in mind negative results should be included. So if you do not get the results that you've expected, then this would actually still need to be reported. And then in the discussion section, you would give a plausible explanation as to why that may have happened. Okay, so for the results section, this is an example of the results section here in a thesis. In the first paragraph, this student set up the reader for how the results are going to be presented. So first we're going to lead to section A and then section B and C respectively, so we can see the different subheadings here. So just make sure that we have it organized. And the introductory paragraph sets the reader up so they know what to expect. So for correlation, the first thing you need to do is explain which correlation you used and why. So if you use Pearson's correlation, you have to specify it's Pearson's. If it's Kendall's tau, or if it's Spearman's correlation, also specify that you've used that correlation. You're going to report the value of R and say whether the correlation is weak or strong and state whether it is significant. So remember, a positive correlation, the line goes up. If there is no correlation, R is 0, so the closer to 0, the weaker the correlation. And if you've got a negative R and the line goes down, that is a negative correlation. So reporting the correlation, here in the contingency table in JASP, we have Pearson's R and the p-value. So here would be an example. The hours the student studied was compared to the student's grades using Pearson's correlation. So we've explained it's Pearson's R. If I need to give an explanation as to why we used Pearson's R, well, we're using scale data with grade and hours studied. There was a strong positive correlation between the two variables, which are the hours studied and the grade, which is significant. And we know this is strong positive because the number is positive and it is 0.8, so it is pretty close to 1. And then the p-value is less than 0.001. And here we go here. So this is how you would report it in a paragraph, but you would also want to show the scatter plot diagram along with the write-up when you're doing a correlation, so there is a visual. So in addition to reporting the correlation, the scatter plot diagram should be shown as a figure. So make sure you label this as one of your figures, and in APA 7, the figure label goes above the figure. In previous forms of APA, the figure label would go below the figure, but it has changed. It is now above. So again, remember, do not interpret your results in the results section. You only present an objective picture of the results and the data. The interpretation of the results belongs in the discussion section. So this brings me to the end of this video, how to report a correlation in the results section. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.